5 reasons to date an older Filipina. In this video I'm not going to beat around the bush, and I'll call this exactly how I see it on why many older men should be looking for older Filipinas rather than the young Filipinas who are clearly out of their league. This may upset some of you, but the truth is undeniable. Looking to date a Filipina or already dating or married to a Filipina? I use my experiences around my relationship with my Filipina wife of 6 years, as well as my professional experience as a qualified relationship counsellor for over the past 10 years. Are you after resources, tips and information for a successful relationship with your Filipina and to maintain it well into the future? No problems, just take a moment to subscribe and press the bell icon to get all our future videos, and I promise you'll never miss out again. No pussyfooting around here, guys, and straight into the video we go. It seems some of you older guys have a need to think you've still got your good looks and charm as you go into your 60s and 70s, or perhaps you want a young pretty Filipina as a bit of a trophy to hang off your arm because you think your friends and community will be impressed that an old man can attract such a younger woman. But the reality is that you may impress yourself, but that's it. No one else will be impressed. And if the truth be known, probably not even the young attractive Filipina who is hanging off your arm. The facts are that in relationships, the further the age gap, the more likely of a bad outcome. And the younger the Filipina in a big age gap relationship, the more likely of a bad outcome will happen. If a Filipina who is 20 years old in a relationship with a man who is 60, the chances of success are minimal. And the chance she is in a relationship for the right reasons are also minimal. It's really easy for some old guys who are in these relationships to sit back and ignore these facts. But the truth is there, and they'll always be there. In the back of your mind, you will always know what the truth really is. If a Filipina who is 35 years of age and in an age gap relationship with a man who is 65 or 70, the chances of a successful long-term relationship, and by long-term I mean going the distance with no separation or divorce, and not a relationship of only 3, 4, 5 or maybe even 7 or 8 years. It's got to be long-term and it's got to be sustainable. But the chances of such a big age gap relationship of succeeding is quite remote. And your chances obviously for a more successful long-term outcome would be with, say, a Filipina who's 35 years of age and a man who's 45 years of age. But still, much better than a 20-year-old Filipina with a man who is 60. As the Filipina matures, the large age gaps aren't as important in determining the outcome of the relationship. Most young Filipinas who are with men 30 plus years older than them, the relationship will have an expiry date in most cases. There are always exceptions to any rule, but for someone looking to have a long-term successful relationship, I will tell you, taking on a 20 to 28-year-old Filipina, you're rolling the dice, and in most cases you're going to lose. There is a reason why in the USA only 1% of married couples have an age gap of 20 plus years where the man is older, and I wonder how many of them would be the rich and famous. And look, for all you old guys out there who want to risk it all, then I say good luck to you and I wish you all the best, because you're certainly going to need it. My 5 reasons to date an older Filipina, not in any order, and when I say an older Filipina, I'm talking about 35 years of age and over. Number 1 is maturity. How can a man of 60 or 70 years of age who is very mature in life match himself with a complete opposite and expect it to work out well long term? Especially entering a relationship with a 20 to 25-year-old Filipina who has really only just left school, has no experience in life or what she even wants in life, How would she be expected to know if she can handle such an age gap relationship, especially if she has to go and live her life in a foreign country that she knows very little about? She has limited coping or adjusting skills, and her knowledge around what is required to have a successful relationship is very, very limited. She may appear confident, but deep inside she knows it's all just an act. Dating or marrying an old man at her young age may seem more like a fairy tale, and she may be eager and excited at first, but as time goes on, this excitement will wear off and the reality and gravity of the situation will kick in. What she does with this is anyone's guess. She will either honour her commitment and live a less than happy life with this old man, or in most cases she'll eventually have enough and she'll leave him and move on. Number 2, settled in life. By the time a Filipina reaches the age of 35 to 45, she'll be very settled in her life. She'll be confident of who she is and what she wants from life. She's most likely past the stage of worrying about looks and will look deep inside a man's heart to determine if he's right for her. She will want the good qualities a man has to offer, and that will tell her if the man is a good match for a long-term successful relationship. Being settled and mature in life are the key ingredients to a successful long-term relationship. Number 3, the relationship is more likely to succeed long-term. This is a big one if you're looking for a serious relationship that will stand the test of time and not a brief encounter that lasts a few short years. Young Filipinas under the age of 28, no matter what country they're in, will get restless and tired, and they will want change. It's all part of the process in life as they grow from an inexperienced woman into a more mature woman. And it doesn't just happen quickly. It does take time, and usually around the age of 30 to 35 before a Filipina will be fully matured. Number 4. You won't have to convince her to play in any bedroom activities. In fact, you're the one that may find it difficult to keep up. It's true, guys, if we really think about it. A beautiful young Filipina who's 20 years old and a 65-year-old guy is not going to be physically attractive to the Filipina. And she may give in on occasions, but mostly you're going to have to work hard for it, or she will be laying there thinking of something else and maybe even going into a trance to escape the reality of that moment. And yes, guys, for a lot of you guys, it would be just a moment. And rest assured, guys, she'll have a few tricks up her sleeve to ensure the encounter is rather brief, if you know what I mean. Number 5. She most likely has had her children and may not want any more. This will allow you and the Filipina to focus on each other in your retirement, and she will still be young enough to keep working and earn extra money for her and the family, and of course as a way of not getting bored herself. Many much older men may have already had their children and not want to go through the nappy changing and baby crying at all hours of the night again. For some men, they are well and truly over that, and as I say, you can both enjoy each other without those type of distractions. Now, whilst there are no actual hardcore statistics around this, because no real comprehensive studies have been done about such the big age gap relationships between Filipinas and foreign guys, a lot of this is really common sense, and there are plenty of papers written by people much smarter than me that will tell you the wider the age gap, with the woman being much younger, the more inequality in the relationship. And as I've mentioned, my 5 reasons are all major factors around successful long-term relationships when we're talking especially about such a big age gap with the Filipina, who is a much younger partner in the relationship. Maturity, settled in life and who she is, playing the odds and not taking on a young Filipina who is bound to change an equally enjoyable sex life for both people, and being able to focus on each other in your retirement years and not having to worry too much about any kids. That strengthens the relationship as time goes by. And look guys, my apologies to those that may be in these large age gap relationships I've mentioned here, and as I say, there are always exceptions to the rule, and I do hope this will apply to you. The trick behind that is to make sure you are treating your Filipina the very best that you possibly can, and in turn she may start to really become very fond of you, and the relationship can go long term. But the fact still remains, you are rolling the dice, and let's hope for a good outcome. This video I hope will serve as a warning to people searching for a Filipina, and may give them some food for thought when deciding on what type of Filipina he will start searching for. Do you want to roll the dice and hope for the best, or look at keeping the odds in your favour? For those of you looking for information and tips around dating a Filipino, check out my playlist appearing on screen now. Feel free to like and share the video, subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all your support. Take care and bye for now.